Hello, greetings from Colorado Springs. Today I'd like to talk about a landlord topic. I want to talk about make ready. Make ready, or we call it sometimes unit turns, is the maintenance and repairs and cleaning, etc. that's done in between tenants. So you have a tenant move out at the end of their lease and you've got to get it ready, make it ready for the next tenant to move in. So we're going to talk about that today and what rent ready means and its importance. So, you know, at the basic level, rent ready means hotel room clean, everything works. When we give your property to a new tenant, we want it to be in the best condition possible so that they understand how we expect to receive it back. So make ready and rent ready is important because it impacts vacancy. You know, if you're renting your property for $1,800 a month, that's about $60 for every day that property is vacant. So it's an opportunity for you to make improvements on your property and repairs, and there's a cost to that. So we also, it sets the standard for how we want the property to be maintained for that new tenant. So with rent ready or make ready, when the owner gives their property to us for management, we want the owner to provide it to us rent ready. Like I said, hotel room clean, everything fixed, everything works, all that. The owner can set the date. We asked for that in our management agreement. And if you're not able, if you're out of state or you're moving out of state or you don't have the connections to get the work done, we can help you with that. We can make it rent ready. We have a separate agreement for that, so we can talk about the work that's required and how much that's going to cost. Then, as we're managing it, in between tenants, of course, we're going to do an inspection as soon as the tenant moves out. We're going to identify necessary repairs, cleaning, and routine maintenance. So there's going to be some fair wear and tear and things that are not tenant responsibilities that we're going to want to do to keep your property in the best condition possible. So we do require professional cleaning of the unit, both when the owner prepares to give that property to us for management, and then in between tenants, as a tenant leaves before a new tenant moves in, professional cleaning and professional carpet cleaning from a truck-mounted carpet cleaner. And the reason we specify with truck mounting is because there's a huge difference in quality between the machine that you rent at Walmart or King Soopers to clean your carpet and what a truck-mounted unit will do for your carpet. And then we also have a list of recommended vendors that we can provide you if you need to make your property rent ready. Often we get a question from landlords, housing providers getting ready to turn over a unit for management to us is, can I use my own contractors or handymans or my friend? The answer is yes, but so yes, you can, but we don't recommend it. If you do that, you will manage the process, you pay the vendors, and you'll let us know when it's complete. We'll just adjust the date in your management agreement when we start taking over management of the property, and that's after it's already made rent ready. In other words, you can pick the vendors and do all that, but we're not going to manage your vendors or the people that you bring into the equation. The reason we do that is because we have vendors that do good quality work at a fair price. They're responsive to us. They'll respond back to us if things aren't right. They'll fix it. And we don't always get that when an owner brings their own vendor or own handyman or own contractor in. And so that's one of the challenges with that. Our vendors are licensed when it's required and they're all insured. We track it. We don't upcharge maintenance. There's no hidden fees, no 10% added to maintenance invoices. And we want you to trust the process so we can save you time and money. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. You can reach us through our website or at here in the office. Hope this was helpful. Make it a great day.